topic, you know, is vocabulary for us to discuss. Got it. Okay, almost done. All right. Yeah, guys, was a good idea to wait. We are in 6, so we can split in 2 groups, okay? And welcome. I don't know how to say your name.
It's Breno.
Breno. Oh, nice, because the type here is nice. Thank you, Breno. Welcome. Is someone here is our first time on TNT or with me? Let me know. Natalia, great. All right.
Just with
So,
you.
Oh.
Not first time in TNT.
But with me, okay. I'm here every Sunday, 3 p.m. And yeah, it's a pleasure have you here with me this afternoon. And as I told before, the topic could be about work. So one more people is coming. Let me copy and paste the questions here. 1 sec. Hey, Victor, welcome. All the questions are here. The first, it has
Hello.
2 parts, because the Zoom don't allow me to copy and paste when the text is too big, So I think everyone can see now, all right? The questions are here, guys, only to guide you in the conversation. You don't need to worry in following exactly this order, If you want to change it, feel free. And don't worry about, you need to run to answer everything, it's not an exam, not a test, Just, we are here on TNT, now on YouTube also, for you practice your English, with confidence, that for you make mistakes is the part of the process, and be respectful with each other. If some things happen, let me know, okay? And then, yeah, it's not a class, so just enjoy. And I think the topic is easy vocabulary. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna split you a small room, okay? And then I bring you back like 10 minutes for the end, for I get some feedbacks, and then let's start. 1 second. All right, record rooms. 2, 9, 7. All right. 2 groups, okay. And guys, before I start the small rooms, choose one person to guide the conversation. I think this person also participates, and answer the questions. I think it's a good way for you training your English also. And always introduce yourself first before the questions. Introduce yourself, say where you're from, what's your name. This is the part of the process of learning a second language. All right. So let's start. Let me see. Okay. To that one. Yep. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. If you received the invitation, just accept. All right. Guys, if you don't receive an invitation, you're gonna stay with me here. All right. Okay, guys, now let's start. So Natalia, please introduce yourself for us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Natalia. I'm 36 years old. I'm from Minas Gerais, Uberaba. What else? So I work as a secretary in a university. Okay, I'm divorced. I don't have kids, but I have a cat that is not the same. And on my free time, I like to watching TV shows, movies, just chilling at my home. And when I have money, travel. That's the things that I want.
It's a good way to change it for you guys. Okay, thank you, Natalia. And Fernanda, how about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Fernanda. I live in São Paulo. And I work with finances. And in my free time, I also like to relax at home, have a time with my family, watch some series, and travel also when I have time.
Nice. And what did you do for a living? I didn't get if you say.
I work as a financial analyst.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Fernanda. All right. Victor, how about you? Would you like to introduce yourself for us?
So let's go. I'm Victor. I'm 30 years old. I work as a maintenance technician. And I'm married. I live in the countryside of the state of São Paulo, in a city called Rio Claro. It's near from Campinas. It's about 180 kilometers from the capital. And the first job I had was as an apprentice of mechanic when I was 15 years old because of Senai. And since then, I always worked in this field. I have some other ways 3 years ago to work as a salesperson. But nowadays, I return to my first career. That's it.
Great. Thank you, Victor. And where are you from? I forgot. Sorry.
Rio Claro, São Paulo.
So we have Rio Claro, Natalia Uberaba, and Fernanda. I'm sorry again.
São Paulo.
São Paulo also. Nice. Thank you, guys. About me, I'm Johnny Herton. I'm 26. I'm a Christian. I live in Osasco, São Paulo, and I'm graduated electrical engineering. And next month, I plan to start my master's degree. And I work with electricity market. I like so much this area. I like study these stuffs. I have a girlfriend from Bahia. Next holiday, I plan to visit her. And basically, that's it, guys. So let's start the talk today. I have as I said in the beginning, the topic could be about work. So, Fernanda, ladies first. The first question: what was the first job you had, and how old were you, and what did you have to do?
My first job was an internship in supply chain area. I was 18 years old, and I needed to check some deliveries from the suppliers. Also help with the documents from importation processes, and that's it in general. I needed to do.
And how old were you? I forgot.
18.
18. I see. Okay. Thanks, Fernanda. And how about you, Natalia?
The first job that I had is the same that I still working nowadays. So I'm a secretary, but I did like a public contest. So I work as a public servant. I don't know.
I see.
So I entered there. I was 21 years old. I just changed the department because I didn't like the first one. So I changed to the engineers area. And I really enjoy work with engineers. Your guys are the best. And before this, I worked with my family. They had a hotel. So, but yeah, I consider this one my first job because
the first one was more informal, and this officially is your formal job. I see. All right. And how old were you in this first job in the hotel? Maybe I don't know.
I think 21. No,
21?
yeah. Yes.
I see.
More years, more or less. I work in the same place.
Thank you, Natalia. And Victor, how about you? I think you already shared in the beginning your introduction, right? But feel free to repeat.
I thought
and
it was the first question. But I were 15 years old. I was a maintenance apprenticeship,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in an American company and near my house, and that was a great experience for me. And because of it, I decided to follow this career. And nowadays, at 30, I hope I can complete my degree in engineering in December. So that's
Great.
it.
You will. Yeah. Nice, Victor. Thanks for sharing. For me, let me see. Yeah, when I was a teenager, 14, maybe 15, I don't know exactly, but I remember my father bought for me some equipments to recharge printer. I don't know in English, just to refill the cartridges. I forgot to say in English. And yeah, it was my first job, but as Natalia was more informal, my my first job was as intern like 2019, 3 years ago. And yeah, I was in a commercialization company. Now this company was another company buy this one, and buy and basically, yeah. And now my tasks in this job was a little of the things of the analyst, because the internship was more is cheaper for the company, so they prefer. But okay, guys, that's it. Let me see another one. Okay, let me see. Let me go to the question number 10. Natalia, I'm gonna start with you, all right? So has a phrase from James Clear. He said, financial wealth, money, social wealth, status, time wealth, freedom, and physical wealth, health. He said, be aware of jobs that lure you in with 1 and 2, but rob you 3 and 4. And the question is about this. Do you agree with this sentence? And what do you think? Yeah. Let me know.
Wow, challenge. I totally agree. Because life is not just work, right? And if you imagine what work means to our lives it's a way to have, of course, money to do things that you enjoy. And of course, it would be good if you enjoy your job as well. And I totally agree with this. I don't know, but
yeah, basically that's it.
else to say.
Yeah, was I think, yeah, when I saw the first time, I said, whoa, I think my generation sometimes look too much for money, for a status position, but sometimes forget to see about your time, if you have freedom, if you have like health, because don't make sense if you earn a lot of money. Like I have a friend, he work in a company, big company, is a good area for receive money. I think it is business investment, something like that, but it's very good. But the guys there work like so much workaholic, like 16 hours per day, so much crazy. So no makes sense. You receive a lot of money, is a good status position, but if you don't have time with our family, quality of time with the people you love, with so just I think for you, we think I think I'm gonna change this question. Let me ask Victor, how about you? Let me see. You feel free also for agree or disagree with this sentence by James Clear, but let me ask you the question number 2. Are you back again? Are you a hard worker? What motivates you to work? So feel free.
So nowadays I have to be hard worker because I just get married and I need to
Big responsibility.
Yes, I have a big responsibility now. But when I was younger, I only worked to spend my money to go out, and I a good plan, but it's the past. Nowadays, what motivates me to work is my family and my personal improvements. And about the number 10, I agree with the statement, because I think it's very important to have time and to have physical health, because it's our life and we don't need to spend all of our time only to work. I think that's it.
Awesome.
Can I share? Can I ask someone to respond?
Yeah, go ahead. Choose one person.
Oh, Fernanda, can you answer the number 2?
Thank you, Victor.
Yes.
Good job.
Sure. Nowadays I work just the time I need, like the 8 hours. And
It's
because
a lot of fun.
yes, for me it's already a lot of time, so I try to not pass so much time working. And what motivates me to work is also have money to travel or anything I need. And I think that's it. Also, I will get married soon, so I need to
Nice.
keep working and have money to spend.
I think it's a good motivation, right?
Yes.
Nice. Thank you, Fernanda. And Natalia, can you answer the question number 2, please?
Okay. Well, I think I'm a hard worker. I think I try to do my best. As a secretary, as I said, it's not a challenge job. And this nowadays I am in a point of my life that I would like to have new challenges. Because when you have a job that don't challenge you, sometimes not use not, what's the word for this? Útil.
Useful?
Yes, I think this is the one. So what motivates me to work, of course, money is one thing, but I like the sensation to feel that my job is useful to other people. It's not just life. I have a friend, she's a doctor, and she works during the night, and she told me that some nights she just sleep all night long. I can say that I can tell that kind of job, if you it looks like the job of the dream, that you can sleep and make money, but for me it's not like this. I don't like this. I like to feel useful.
Yeah,
it's not just money at the end of the day. This other part is important.
Yeah, when you see a purpose in what you do, when you see impacts in the others people's life, because as one friend told me, and I agree with him, money can be the motivation. Money and is like is the answer for the real reason. So I saw a lot of people, IT area, another areas, they are paying huge salary, but I think if you don't like this, that makes sense. If you start to 1 hour, you see, what I'm doing, like you need to feel a purpose in your job, and I'm like that. I agree. Thank you, guys. Let me move on for another question. Let me see. All right. Question number 9. Fernanda, what do you think about layoffs are happening recently, like C6, Nubank, Intandar? What other famous case that you know about this layoff? What your opinion? If you know others case, what do you think?
I think it's a complicated question, and because the company says that it's something like to change the company and those stuff, but it's complicated for the people that count on the job. You know, you are working so many time in a company and then everything it's over. So I think it's really complicated, and I don't know. I remember just the case from Me Poupe, I guess, the company from finance, that also a lot of people got fired. So it's this one I remember.
Nice. Yeah, it has some case that people was recently higher. I forgot, and then past 3 months, and then this layoff included her. It is very sad, and especially when the HR make an invitation. Oh, here, when a person is already in a job and the HR makes some invitation, then the people agree with these plans, want a new challenge, and then make the change, and then this stuff's happen. It's very sad. And Natalia, what do you think about this topic? And if you know another famous case, if you want to share, feel free.
When I read that, I just remember Me Poupe, Fernanda. This is a very complicated situation. I think this means a lot about economy too, as well. Maybe the situation of the country as well, but maybe in Europe they have the same thing happen to me, right? So, and something very bad for me is every time I saw Natalia Fernanda from Me Poupe giving like an interview. Oh, Me Poupe need to pass by a restructuring right now, but we're talking about human lives. Why not to try to, I don't know, talk to people. The human being nowadays they treat us like
a number,
yes, and we're talking about people, and I don't know, it's a lot of difficult questions to answer even in Portuguese for me. It's a challenge.
But thank you, Natalia. Oh, thank you, Fernanda, also. And Victor, I want to hear about this question, but let me ask another one. Let me see. All right. The question number 3. When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? So Victor, feel free to answer this question, and also commented the question number 9. What do you think about layoff? And that's it.
So when I were a child, I dreamed about to be a botanicist.
Sorry?
But botanicist, I don't know, I think a biologist.
Oh, I see, I understand. Good, nice.
And when I started to learn about it on the high school, I don't know, I decided to change, and because of my background with Senai, I started to do engineering, mechanical engineering, and I think it was a good choice. And I think I have a friend that is a biologist, and she is passing through hard times to find a job, because it's a field that he wants to work with nature, and I think he wants to work as a biologist on the field, to work in forests and deserts, and it's so hard to find a job in this way, and that's it. And the number 9, I think the layoffs are because when the pandemic starts, the startups start to hire a lot of people, and to attend the demand of the market, because the customers were changing to the digital economy. And when the pandemic starts to establish, they they noticed that they don't need a lot of that hired people,
Mhm.
and they started to quit their jobs. I think it's because of a good massive hiring when the pandemic starts, and nowadays the market doesn't receive this service a lot when the last 2 years.
Mhm.
And the other famous case, I think the Amazon fired
Really?
17,000
Wow.
workers around the world.
Wow. So much.
And Google too. Google already fired a lot of people. I don't know the number, but I think
Yeah, I think
that's it.
I hear this case also. Okay, thank you, Victor, for sharing. Good answer. All right. Let me see. Yeah, you said something interesting. Yeah, I think you comment about your friend try to find a job. Yeah, I like to say for some people when he's younger want to hear our opinion. I think you need to choose one person, one career, one job. What do you like? But this not only the requirements. I think you need to see. Oh, this job, this position, you're gonna the payback, like the investment, because even if you don't pay the college, but you invest time, you invest a lot of energy, sometimes money also. I think you need to see, oh, this position you're gonna I can live with this after because if you of course what do you like, and also and you see if you're gonna have a payback, return from this investment, because nowadays in Brazil, you make college is not enough, for you has a good opportunity. Like in most cases, you is obligated you have a college with the requirement, and because like some position like musician, some other ones is not so valorized in your society, unfortunately, even some teachers is very important, and they are the salary is not so good. But yeah, with this, let me ask you guys. I think I only ask it for Victor about the question number 3, but Natalia, feel free to answer the question number 2. But let me ask you the question number 6 also. Which professions are very well paid these days, and why are those workers highly valued? So feel free to answer the number 3 and number 6.
Okay, number 3, as Victor, I would like to be a biologist, but I did law and I didn't work with either, so I don't know if it will make a difference in the end. So I think nowadays everyone talk about number 6 now. People talk about the IT professions. This is the IT professions. You listen this all the time, but I think it will depend of the country that you are looking jobs. For example, Europe, probably people that work with home care. I think they're how can we say this when something like the oferta da procura? I have no idea.
Yeah, I know it. I don't know in English, but I try to search.
You know something funny here in Brazil, for example, all my colleagues that are working with law, we don't make a lot of money. If you are a lawyer, you don't make money. It's just a small part of people that work with law. But when last year I had experience in USA. I was working with housekeeping, and I didn't know how to say public servant at the time. And I started to say that I'm a lawyer in Brazil, and people do, oh my God, you are a lawyer in Brazil, you make a lot of money. And no, it's not like this. The reality from America is totally different. So I think depends of the place that you are, but general, I think it's IT people that IT nowadays. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right. And you said you work as a housekeeper in US?
Yes, I did like in a hostel in Seattle for 3 months.
Nice. It was a work and travel?
Yeah, I I did buy woodpeckers. Did you ever hear? Was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah,
That's
I
experience.
made a similar program. I was in, but not by Woodpeckers, was by another company. But I worked like 3 months in a the resort for like ski resort, and I work in a hotel. Was nice. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Natalia. And Fernanda, I want to hear also the question number 3 and number 6, please.
Okay, about the question number 3, I wanted to be a cashier, supermarket cashier. Don't know why. I thought it was a
Did you
cool
see the people
profession.
with the money? Oh,
Yes,
money.
yes. Yes, for me it was like that. And I agree with Natalia. I think nowadays here in Brazil, we talk a lot about professions related to IT. So I think these ones are the most popular here, and people are trying to have qualifications to work with IT. That's it.
I see. Yeah, we see a lot of people. The people want to change their career faster. To earn money. But I already saw some comments like, why you don't try to be a doctor? Because it has a lot of money also. But the people sometimes think it's easy. I make a faster course here online, like 3-6 months, and I already want to receive. It's not so easy, like, yeah. But I think which professional, I think doctor, physician, right, is a very well paid these days in all days, has a good status. But yeah, yeah, it's very difficult to pass in the exam. Even for private college, it's difficult, and it's very expensive for private. And yeah, but it is a very well paid. And let me the question number 3 in my case, depending on my age, but I remember when I was very child, like, oh, I want to be a prince, like some of this stuff. And when I was more like 10 years, I want to be soccer player. But this dream job you change as the are gonna older, and then I applied for I chose one career in college, and still the adult life is very different from a young for a children life. So Victor, let me listen to question number 6. Do you have a different career or workers professions besides the IT and doctor?
So I think the professions are well paid these days are maintenance engineers, and they are high valued because the manufacturers can't stop, and it's a very hard work in the mindset, because they need to work with a lot of problems and to fit the machines so fast, and they are well paid. And they are high valued because of I think it's a dirty profession, and requires a lot of physics activity, not only for the engineers, but for the maintenancers too. But it required this sort of thing. I think it's my profession that I'm searching to do.
Nice. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, guys. We forgot to say soccer players are very well paid. Of course, is 1% of the receive a huge salaries, but is very well paid these days. And yeah, has another professions. But let me ask you guys, Natalia, the question number 5. What do you think about office romances? It is unwise to get romantically involved with a coworker, and why?
Well, after I saw The Office, the TV show, I see that is not unusual. I think this can, for example, I'll not say names because this is online on YouTube and I don't know, maybe my colleagues are watching. So I noticed that this is pretty common that happens and with some people. And I think it's because sometimes we spend a lot of hours per day with this. Maybe sometimes we spend much more time with your colleagues than with your own
family. Yeah.
That's why, and I don't think this is a good idea because when the romance ends, you still have to work in the same place and see the same person every single day. This will not be
difficult. Yeah, like you work with the person, you're going out, so you need a time. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't think it's wise to involve, But yeah, let me see if you have different opinions. Fernanda, what do you think?
I agree with Natalia. I think it's common because we spend a lot of time with the same people at work, so it can happen. And it's complicated because when it ends, maybe you work the same department and you have to see the person every day, and maybe it's a strange situation for both. So you have to be careful with that.
Yes, has some companies they ask you you need to communicate the compliance area when these stuffs happen, because imagine if a guy is a manager position and then involved with it's complicated, so has some conflict interest. So Victor, let me I want to hear what do you think about the question number 5?
So I agree with both of you, and it's so complicated to start romantically relationship in the office, because as both of you said, we need to work with the person, and it's so hard when everything finishes, and I don't agree with the idea, and I am totally against it. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Victor. Okay, Fernanda, I have one question for you. The question number 4. If you could do one job just for one day to learn what it's like, what would you do?
Oh, this one is difficult. I'm going to think. Maybe work in a hotel. I would like to know how it works, like to receive the person and see. I don't know how
Receive
it
the
works.
tips.
Yes. Yeah, receive the people that arrives, all those stuff. I think it's interesting, but I don't know if it's really interesting.
Okay, and Victor, do you have some like the question number 4? If you could do one job just for one day to learn what it's like, what do you do? What would you do?
So I think it's policeman, and I think it's when I was, I don't know, 18 years old, I was thinking about to try to apply to the I don't know the name of concourse in English, but my colleague totally changed my mind, and I decided not to do this, and I think I always watch some videos on YouTube, and I think there are a lot of adrenaline and emotions, and
Dangers.
it's dangerous.
Yeah,
And that's it's only a thought. That's it.
I see, I see. And how about you, Natalia?
I would like to work in an animal sanctuary to feed lions.
Whoa, interesting.
Yes, but I can imagine myself maybe in a woodpeckers doing something similar, not lions, maybe horses. I don't know. I like to work with animals.
Nice. Yeah, animals is very interesting. I like to see some documentaries about this, you know, natural life and good, good. About me, maybe the surgeon, like a doctor, you need to make some process, you know, like doctors change. But yeah, interesting. Okay, guys, we have some more 5 minutes. So let me ask you. Let me see. Oh, all right. Let me see. One sec. All right. This is the question number 7. Natalia, are there any jobs you think are not paid enough, and why are those workers undervalued?
Yes, especially people that work with cleaner, right? And for me,
Yeah.
because it's kind of really hard work. And I think the only reason people would say that because these people didn't study, they didn't do that, for example, a degree. But I don't think this is the reason. I think it's just prejudice in Brazil, in our case, because of our past. Because when you go to other countries, for example, Belgium, the Nordic countries, this is not like this. These people there, they have more value than here. I don't know if it's the same, but as I heard about, it's not equal as here in Brazil. So people.
Yeah, you're totally right, because I remember I have some friends when they work in US, like housekeeper and another ones. This working with when you use more your body, you know, they has a lot of good quality of time, you know. But in Brazil, unfortunately, it is very the salary is not good. And I think also is the same for some teachers in the base of the education, because in the college is different, no? But let me hear Fernanda. What do you think about this question?
I was going to say teachers because I last year I started to give Spanish classes. So I say that, and I'm trying to go to this area step by step, nothing that I will change now. And I think also related to more manual work, like when you go to the supermarkets, people that work in the supermarket, or I don't know, when you help a customer. I think this kind of profession are also not well paid.
Yeah, you're right, and I agree. Thanks, Fernanda. And how about you, Victor? What do you think?
So I really liked the answer from Natalia. I think she described a very good point. And I agree with her, because when where I work, and sometimes I talk to the cleaners, and they do a lot of hard work, and they don't have some benefits because they are another company, and they need to walk a lot, almost, I don't know, 5-6 kilometers per day. And I think that they need to be more valued because of its characteristics as a profession. and its importance because all of us want to work and to live in a clean place, and it's so important to our health. That's it.
Yeah, good, Victor. Thank you. And guys, we have like I'm gonna close the other. I will bring back the other guys, but for a while, let me ask you. In general, just let me try to close the rooms. One sec. We have 1 minute, but let me know. Beside the money and position, what others requirements that seek you in job offer, like work from home, like other the people in general valorize home office and gym pass. What are the others benefits that you would you like to see in a job offer nowadays? Feel free for someone else to start saying.
Geographic freedom.
Oh, good. It's important. Someone has another suggestion?
So for me, it's work from home because I never worked as a home professional.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah. Nowadays, I work in hybrid, like 3 days in my home and 2 days in the office. Hey guys, welcome back again in the main room. I'm curious to know how was the conversation in your group, Let me just, before I ask you guys, let me just share the link. 1 sec. We'll have here a link for the service. So please, when you finish here, just like 1 minute, like even can be less than 1 minute, but it's very important for us to know your opinion. Feel free to give some feedback for give a suggestion for a topic, but basically that's it. And let me see, Gabriele, how was your experience, and did you like the topic?
Was very nice. We compared to a lot of experience and visions about work. Was very
Right.
nice.
Okay, thank you, Gabriele. Bruno, how about you, my friend?
It was nice. It was nice. Nice conversation. Nice topic. It's a topic that we have the opportunity to go deep, and we had a lot of things to talk about work. And I wish we need to talk more. Maybe another opportunity. So thank you. Thank you.
And Bruno, let me just a curious question. If the question number 4, if you could do one job just for 1 day to learn what it's like, and what do you do? Do you have a
Yes, we answered this question, and I choose USA president because
ambitious guy?
the USA president had access to a lot of secret things and Area 51. So I would like to know what kind of things they hide from us. So I choose that.
President steps. You would be called the president steps.
Nice. Gabriele, can you answer the question number 4?
Yeah, I told that we should be a teacher of skydiving.
Whoa!
Because it's different from my area, so I would learn this.
Good one. Thank you, guys. And Breno, how about you? And feel free to answer the question number 4, please.
Hey, okay. I said them that I wish I could be in a position that I would have power to deal with different countries. So Gabrielle suggested me to be a diplomat because I was trying to figure out what profession it would be. But yeah, I would say that, for example, if some countries are in conflict, so you have the power to deal with them, you know, and to intermediate the conversation, maybe working at ONU or something like that. But something powerful, right? Because power is good, but it's also threatened. That's
Great. And did you enjoy the time, the topic? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really nice actually. Yeah, it was really productive. This one of the I enjoyed most in
Nice.
my period here in Talk and Talk during this more than 6 months that I've been here.
Oh, nice. It's awesome. Thank you, Brenda,
And it
for
happens just
feedback.
because these two guys, Bruno and Gabriele, thanks a lot,
Oh,
everyone.
nice. Okay, guys. Thank you. And Natalia, can you share your professional, the question number 4, and share also your experience if you like the topic, feel free.
Yes, I loved as Breno. This was one of my favorite ones.
Oh,
Even
nice.
that some of them are tricky for me because I didn't know answer. And I was talking to my colleagues here that number 4 for me, I would like to work in a animal sanctuary, work with animals, lions, tigers.
Nice. Thank you, Natalia. And Fernanda, feel free for share your opinion about the topic, and also if you want to answer the question number 4 for the guys know.
Okay. I like the topic. Is interesting. Know more about the other people jobs and also discuss about it. And about the question, I mentioned that I would like to work in a hotel to see how it works, to receive the new guests. So that's it.
Nice, Fernanda. Okay, and Victor, how about you, my friend? And also feel free to answer the question number 4.
About the professional.
Yeah, the professional and in your experience here in this afternoon.
Oh, the profession, I would like to be from the policeman because of its challenges and a lot of the stuffs that are done. And about my experience today, that was so good. I really enjoyed the conversation. It's always a pleasure to be here. And we are here to learn, to speak, and to make contacts. And that's it.
So thank you, guys. For the last, in my case, I said surgeon, you know, maybe some surgeon like in the brain, you know, is very important and delicate. But yeah, and guys, the experience with you all was great, and I really thank you all for coming this afternoon. And I hope you can back. Next week we don't have because of the holiday, you know, but then in 26 another Sunday, of course, you know, has another hours during the week, okay, you know. And yeah, guys, thank you. Enjoy your weekend, and don't forget to answer the survey. All right, bye guys, thank you so much.
Bye.